live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Oh gosh, hello. Hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I'm Stephanie Fitzpatrick, aka the Advantage Coach. Y'all already know this is gonna be one for the books today.
And this is episode 177 of the Field to the Real podcast. And the reason why I sound like I don't even know what I sound like.
I don't know what
I sound all types of crazy.
Grover, maybe from Sesame Street.
Yes.
Somebody like
me want cookies.
Cookies. Yes. Cookie Monster. There you go. Ed Orgeron.
Yes, Orgeron. So the reason why I sound like Cookie Monster is because I spent my Saturday yelling at kids.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it.
My Saturday yelling at kids to make sure.
Coaching up children. You were not yelling. You were coaching them.
I was coaching them up. I spent my Saturday coaching up the Smyrna Seahawks. Shout out to our 8U team, who I am the offensive and defensive line coach of. And we won our first game 20-6. And the boys did a good job. The boys did a really good job yesterday. They had me a bit nervous throughout the game. I told you after the game was over, I was like, I need a drink.
Some libations. Some libations are in order after this. Oh my God.
They won in convincing fashion. You know, the other team scored at the very end of the game. So but yes, that's why I don't have a voice, and that's why I sound like Cookie Monster.
That's a good reason. We okay. We just was like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened? Like,
hello, beautiful people. No.
Oh God. Oh God.
But episode 177.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into Who's Really Right. This is a really good Who's Really Right. I've told you guys before. Steph has done the since I can remember, Steph been doing the topics for the podcast, and I just go through and be like, oh yeah, it's good. That's
literally we don't even have production beats no more about it.
No, we haven't. When you send it to me, there hasn't been a topic where it's just been like, nah, I don't think we should talk about that.
Yeah. Well,
there have been some. In the past, there have been some where I say like, "Oh, let's attack this next week," or something like that. But for the most part, like we pretty much be in tune because we be passing, stories back and forth to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week.
Yeah.
So this one is another good one, especially with the beginning of the NFL season.
Yes. Started last Thursday. Yep. Yeah,
started on Thursday. We had the Rams versus the Bills, and we'll talk more about that later. But we are recording on Sunday, and this is the first Sunday of the NFL, and I think that it's only right to discuss, even before the season starts, which player and which coach are on the hot seat. And so Stephanie doesn't know mine, and I don't know hers, which we typically would do before a podcast, but I'm almost certain that ours are different. Because I already know who hers is going to be. Even though I don't know, I know. I have an idea. So, without further ado, ladies first.
Okay.
What player and what coach do you have on the hot seat?
So this was tough for me because it's a couple of players, particularly quarterbacks, that I feel like are playing for their jobs, essentially, at this point. But I chose to pick somebody, it is a quarterback, not based on their ability, but based on the situation. So Lamar Miller, you on the hot seat.
Lamar Miller?
Yeah. Lamar Jackson.
Jackson. Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
I was about to say, I'm thinking about the running back.
Lamar Miller played running back,
Yes.
Lamar Jackson You are on the hot seat, sir.
Okay, you went in a different direction than I thought you were with that one.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is on the hot seat. I told you it was plenty of. I mean, Marcus Mariota. It's a whole bunch of them that Baker Mayfield. Like, all y'all got to perform. Or this is it. Like, really, for real.
Yeah.
Trubisky. It's a bunch of them to me. Mitchell Trubisky. Y'all kind of just slid in and got a job, but y'all ain't really solidified nothing. You know what I mean? So, but I picked him because it's a little different. I feel like hot seat for him because now it's coming out. They offered you a boatload of money that you turned down. So you must really be banking on you. No agent, you're banking on you. To me, that puts you on the hot seat. Might not be what we originally think hot seat of, right? Yeah. But no, that puts you on the hot seat.
I knew where you were going with that.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that you put him because I just wasn't thinking like that. But I knew where you were going when you said that because, Yeah,
you just put yourself out there, bro. And as far as a coach, for me,
I know who you're gonna say.
You do? Who am I gonna say?
You're going with the Dallas Cowboys coach.
No. It wasn't him. Nope.
Oh, I'm surprised. Okay.
It's not him. It is not him because Jerry Jones is not gonna be wrong. And he's already prefaced this season with who he's going to put all of the pressure on. So none of this is about the coach anymore.
Yeah.
So no, Mike McCarthy is, I don't know that he's solid, but he's not the person that I think is on the hot seat. My hot seat person is probably somebody that people are like, huh? But Lovie Smith.
Yeah, okay.
And you ain't even started yet. But it is just the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And the team in which you coach for, that from jump, there's going to be unrealistic expectations for you. And you just going to have to, you're going to have to, to me, and this is probably true for every Black coach in the NFL, but I think more so because you're in Texas. That it's almost the Barack Obama, I call it the Barack Obama thing. You have to be overly good. You know what I mean? Like you don't get the grace to have a couple of seasons to get it together. They're expecting things from you. And because there's this saltiness about the whole Deshaun Watson thing, that just added extra to me. It just added, I hate he took the job. I just real talk. So that just added extra pressure to me for him. So I was like, let me think out of the box today. Cause I don't want to be, I figured those wouldn't be people you would have thought about. So I went purposely outside of the box.
Outside of the box?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to start with my coach. And I made this statement when they hired him because I believe that the only reason that they did hire him, in particular of all of the coaches that they tried to bring in, was because he was culturally a safe hire. He was just Black enough so that they wouldn't say that he was racist, but just Black enough for them for us to not say.
We know it
racist.
Ain't my boy then, because he's real Black.
Yeah,
it ain't my boy then. It ain't Pittsburgh. So.
Nah, it ain't Tomlin. Nah,
it ain't Mike Tomlin.
I mean, it's a Mike, but it's not Tomlin. He's just Black enough for them to say that, hey, listen, we made a minority hire because he is part Black, but because he doesn't identify as Black, it also makes him safe, I believe, for the owner. And so Mike McDaniel, the head coach of the Dolphins, is going to be on the hot seat. I believe for the same reason that you are putting Lovie Smith on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that he was their
I knew
first
that
choice
he
as
was
coach.
biracial. I don't think I knew that he was biracial. See, that's why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's biracial.
Okay.
He doesn't consider himself as a Black man.
Tiger Woods. He got Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Tiger Woods, not OJ. I'm sorry. I had to. But no, Mike McDaniels, they went out and got Tyreek Hill. And so if their offense doesn't look like it's supposed to, I believe that he can be just like Coach Kelly from the Texans, which is the reason why Lovie Smith is in Houston right now. Be one of those coaches that they bring in for 1 year.
Mm-hmm. You all right?
So, yeah. I don't know what's going on over here.
Okay.
It was me yelling at them kids yesterday.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Mike McDaniel for my head coach.
Okay.
And for my player, I'm going to go with Dak Prescott.
He was my
for the reason
obvious choice. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, for the reason that you gave, we know who Jerry Jones put the pressure on for this season.
Absolutely. It's all on his shoulders.
A boatload of money.
Yep.
And he expects his return on investment.
Yes.
And so, all of the pressure's on Dak. I think that if he doesn't, at least get them to deep into the playoffs,
mm-hmm.
he may not be the quarterback of the Cowboys going forward.
Can I secretly say I hope he don't get them deep into the playoffs?
Oh no, you can say that outwardly.
Okay,
it ain't got to be secret.
Because I don't want
Dak Prescott to be a Cowboy anymore.
He deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves better. So no,
much better.
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
Start that. Not trying to be jinxing you, bro.
Yeah,
I want you to play well because I need you to be able to go somewhere else. But I don't want nobody to play for Jerry Jones if I'm just gonna be honest. So.
I want Dak Prescott to have one of those Drew Brees careers where
mm-hmm.
he
goes somewhere else.
He goes somewhere else and he just
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So that's what I'm looking for. He does.
That same thing I feel about Matt Ryan. I just had that conversation with my niece. Like, I want Matt Ryan to shine this year because I needed to be proven that this is not this man. It's all of the mess that he had to deal with.
Yeah, he had to deal with a lot of mess. He had a lot of old coordinators over his career.
Absolutely. So
have you seen the Colts in the
preseason?
Preseason.
I saw preview. I mean, some highlights from one game, but he only was playing like one or two series.
Okay.
So he didn't really. But what I was telling my niece about him is I do know that this team has really bought into like his work ethic and his attitude about things, which it's almost like Jesus. When he was drafted to the Falcons, they just saw him as he never got to be seen for what he could really do because they just saw him as Matt Ryan who played for the Falcons. That's it. Like they never really saw Matt Ryan, the quarterback, as an individual. It was Matt Ryan who played for the Falcons. And then to go to, it's beautiful that the team that he went to is the team. I always say this, Matt Ryan could be very Peyton Manning-esque if given the opportunity, because I feel like he has very high football IQ. And when he runs 2 minutes, it is to perfection. And that's because he
that.
gets to make those choices. He's making the calls on the field. There's audible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see him very much so in a Peyton Manning kind of way, being able to go there to a team that Peyton Manning already kind of set the bar to say,
mm-hmm.
we're okay with letting our quarterback do a little more than the average team, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's a different coach, I think that's just the culture there, that he'll be able to go there and really shine. I really feel that.
Okay.
I do. I'm sorry, that had nothing to do with the Who's Really Right, but.
Well, I know when you get to talk about Matt Ryan or one of your Falcons, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, October 9th, I'm trying to be in Raymond James Stadium because I'm trying to see Julio, baby, play the Falcons. Yes.
That's gonna be one.
Yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, you guys tell us who you guys think is really right. You heard our picks. Steph chose for her coach, Lovie Smith, and for her player, quarterback Lamar Jackson. I chose for my coach, Mike McDaniel, and for my player, Dak Prescott, quarterback Dak Prescott. Let us know which one of us you agree with, but go ahead in the comments and leave who you believe your head coach and your top player who will be on the hot seat for this upcoming season. Absolutely.
It's funny that we just picked 4 Black people too. Well, biracial and Black.
Oh man. I had one of your moments when you was like, well, my face couldn't hide whatever.
Oh.
You was like, it's funny that when you pick 4 Black people, I was like, oh man.
Oh God, y'all let us know who's really right. It's gonna be one of those days. Y'all just gotta bear with us. Listen, it's been a long week.
Put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.